been jamming since the last episode of the podcast?
Nothing.
Oh, you got nothing this week.
Well, only thing I could talk about is the documentary about a game, because I was jamming in on my way here. And hey, I'm just saying.
When you said that, I thought you meant a game documentary. I don't know why my brain.
We were just talking about the freaking album, bro. So anyway, if any of you guys out here, I know we got some young guys listening to us, maybe. If you guys haven't went back and, my bad, and listened to the Game album, because I know y'all probably think Game is just some weirdo on Instagram now that always
just post a lot.
take shirtless pics and show his muscles and stuff.
And talks about how his son didn't want to even do anything for his birthday because Nipsey died.
Oh my God. This was like the ultimate capper. But look, he's a capper, but he's also a rapper.
A good one.
So the documentary was his debut project. Me and Chase was having a discussion. I was telling him I think it's a classic album. He said, I don't know, he probably have to think about that or whatever. So anyways, I say check out this album, bro. I was jamming it. It's like it's been so long since I actually played this album. I mean, like, I had to be at least 19 last time I listened to this. And like, it just brought me back in times of like, Hated 11 came on. I'm like, bro, I remember loving this remix. Like, I remember, I spit all the words. I remember Dreams. Like, Dreams was dope.
Oh, with the Kanye's production on
and
it?
It was so crazy. Like, this is like, if I could name 6 songs and they were singles, and I love how like, in the album, remember how they put like the hit songs in the beginning, like to get it out the way, and then you get to fill up all the other songs, like the B-sides, whatever. And that album, even though I haven't finished it in recent times, but I still remember it being a really well put together album, a really good debut. And it also had that signature sound at the time with Dr. Dre. And then the production, I was looking at the list, he got Havoc on here, Cool and Dre, like, Kanye, man, like, Dr. Dre, of course. Like, the production is good. So I'm like, bro, he was put in a situation which is perfect.
Yeah,
like look at his
you
camp.
couldn't lose.
Yeah, one thing I do want to say about Game that I didn't, this one problem I used to always have with him, he always name dropping like 50 of like banks or like a buck. I used to be like, bro, stop. I told Buck to get the other 40. Yeah. I'm like, man, he already need 40s. Buck said I was good in Cashville. I don't have to tuck my chain like DJ Pooh and all this stuff.
Oh, yeah, he was definitely name dropping.
I'm like, bro, you name drop too much. Oh, yeah, I so-and-so asked Puff. You don't want to ask Puff nothing. Hey, you can't even name drop Puff in 2024 no more, bro. I'm just saying, bro, you can't even say Puff no more.
No.
Oh, my God. But, hey. That's what I've been listening to. You guys, I recommend y'all to check it out. See what y'all think is a classic album. Is it I know it's a top 10, top 5 West Coast album, B?
Oh, top 10.
Top 10?
I'm very hesitant to say top 5. Because Good Kid, Mad City is definitely a top 5. Right?
Oh, of course.
But it's To Pimp a Butterfly top 5 as well.
That's why I'm listening to this album. So on the Joe Budden podcast, they do the whole little, they do stuff on Patreon. They actually talked about what's better out of Good Kid, Mad City, and documentary. And some guys said documentary, and most people said Good Kid, Mad City.
I think To Pimp a Butterfly conceptually is
Good Kid, Mad City.
I mean, yeah, Good Kid, Mad City. Yeah, you said that.
I said Pimp a Butterfly?
No, I said you said. I'm saying you said to Good Kid, Mad City. In my head, I rewired that.
Yeah.
Good Kid, Mad City to me conceptually is a better album. But in terms of which one I would jam before, I jammed documentary before the Good Kid, Mad City.
Park said something perfect. He was saying how like in Good Kid, Mad City, it has something that I think that documentary lack, I guess, with the like Sing About Me, like that conceptual feel to it, and that's probably why he put it over the edge on documentary. But documentary, bro,
documentary's amazing. It's
amazing, bro.
Bangers back to back.
Oh, bro.
And then Game is rapping.
Yeah, he's
really
rapping,
well.
bro. And he's telling the story and everything, even though maybe some of it's a little cap.
Oh, there's definitely some cap in there. I woke up out that coma in 2001, the same time Dr. Dre dropped 2001. He dropped that in 99. So
I wonder if Dre was like, hey, yo, you're wildin'. It sounds good, so we're going to keep it in there. No, another cap was in there. The Game. Yeah, Dr. Dre got something to say. Dre, watch out for the detox. Bro, it was 04, 05, the detox. Bro, it's 2024, bro. We haven't sniffed the detox.
No, we didn't.
Nothing.
B. Compton was a detox.
You know he's still saying detox coming out, right? I think at the end of the Super Bowl, he was like, yo, watch out for detox. No. He still say Detox coming,
Negro,
bro.
we are gone from that time. We do not care about that.
Bro, you think if he actually give us a date, will hip hop be hype? I think we will.
I think they'll be hype, but when it comes out, it's not going to meet expectations.
Yeah.
I think these young kids are going to be like, oh, this is the best album we've ever heard. Have you guys ever heard about Dr. Dre? I think Dr. Dre a better producer than Kanye West.
Dr. Dre a better producer than Alchemist? Metro Boomin? Is he standing a chance as Dr. Dre?
These young kids,
Oh
bro.
my God.
These young kids.
I'm telling you, getting to that point, bro.
Oh, man.
We are becoming the new old heads, B. It's crazy.
I know. It's
Slowly.
crazy. I was seeing the rap roundtable talk about that, and they was like, and they I think around their 40s.
Yeah, they old heads.
Yeah. So if they think they old heads and we think we old heads,
Yeah.
I think y'all been old.
I'm just saying, we the young old heads, bro.
Yeah.
Something, bro. It's getting crazy. The young OGs.
Yeah, it's just.
What have you been listening to, B?
All right, so I got some discographies I listened to a bit, but I'm gonna start off with some of the single albums I listened to. Listen to RichAXXHAITIan by Mach-Hommy. This man, he talked about it last episode. People on Twitter glazed it.
Hey, bro.
I did not like this ish at all. This ish was, I'm not gonna say horrible, but it was the worst thing I listened to last week. Now, this could be, saying something based off of the rest of what we've been jamming, my section. But man, the first half of this album, I was texting him. I was like, I do not like this. And it's not that he can't rap.
Yeah.
It's not like, the main thing was the mixing. I'm not DJ Vlad like, oh, if you could just turn the bass up just a little bit. I'm not like on some Leonard type stuff from the Boondocks. Literally, the instrumental, while listening to it in a car, was horrible. It was distorted, and not the underground sound distorted, because you brought up the example of Mike. He was like, how's that sound? I get he sounds distorted, but I can still hear him clearly over the instrumental. I could not hear Mach-Hommy at all. Like, there was a verse with Rock Marciano on it. I think it's the second or third track. Rock could spit. I know that. But see, Rock's production, it grants him enough like volume to where he could rap over that and you could hear him clearly. On the instrumental I was listening to, it was drowning him out. I could not hear him. I couldn't hear Mach-Hommy for the first half of the album itself. I couldn't hear that, and that's where my biggest gripe is with this album. The first half of the album, the mixing was horrible. I'm not saying that Mach-Hommy is a bad rapper. I can't really judge that because he was saying some stuff in that second half when I could hear it better. He was saying some stuff that I didn't necessarily understand off the first listen. And I was like, okay, he's spitting right now. Like, nothing's bad with the rapping and the flow and, the technicalities and things like that. But when it actually comes to listening to it in a car, not in my headphones, not in the house, not loud from the phone speaker, you actually have to hear it in a system, it didn't sound good. And I could make the equalizer and things like that. I shouldn't have to do that to listen to an album to hear it, to make it sound sonically good. I shouldn't have to tweak with the equalizer to let me hear the vocals a lot better. And so the first half of that album was just so mixed poorly on that. So I'm like, I cannot hear what he's saying. And I'm like, all right, maybe it's just this track. Boom, another track. I'm like, oh, maybe it's just this track. I'm like, I'm listening to the album. I gotta listen to the whole thing. Instrumentals wasn't bad. They didn't really captivate me. But, when it comes to hip-hop, hip-hop album like that, who I know he has that underground sound, I'm not looking for like a Big Crit or like a Yeet type sound from him.
Big Crit.
Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. You see that disrespect right there? Stop that. I'm not looking for like the bassy production from him, even though he has some bangers here, especially with that song with K Tronado. It just wasn't doing it for me for the first half, where I'm just like, okay, I can't hear the lyrics. So it's not like he's going to be out rapping the beat like a Nas would. So I can't lean on that effort. I got to literally just listen to the instrumental at this point. So I feel like half of the album, I listen to instrumental with muffled vocals.
So your listening experience is really what takes you away.
Yeah.
I know, but
that's why I say it's the worst thing I've heard.
Yeah. Now I'm telling him, like, he's new to Mach. I'll say the album you might have to check out, like I told you before, is Pray for Haiti. Even though he still have that distortion in his voice, the production is probably more fit to you, but it's more slower.
But the production isn't the problem if the rapping is really well.
The rapping is really, really well, and I feel like with this one, it's with Pray for Haiti, he's aligned with West Side. So I think West Side, like whoever mixed that, it sounds a little better. From my experience. From you, that's the album. I don't want you to give up on this, B. I still need you to like understand and like the talent of Mach-Hommy. Just even just the rhyme, the schemes, the wordplay, everything. Just the experience. Experience the Mach.
And see, this is the issue I have, and this is where the Glazers and all that come into play. Remember last week, I think I said, like, I watched In a Violent Nature. It's the most recent horror movie that's out in theaters right now at the time of this recording. I said to me it's the most original, unoriginal scary movie I've seen. I said I love it because I'm a horror fan.
Yeah.
But to the average horror casual viewer, they would hate this movie.
Yeah.
You see, I could give that disclaimer because I can acknowledge like this isn't for everybody.
Yeah.
And even for the people who do like horror, that like it this enough to go see some horror movies here and there, they still wouldn't like this horror movie.
Right.
Even though it's a really well crafted one at times. Even though I still have my gripes with it as overall as a movie. But I liked it because it was something different that I've seen from a horror movie.
Okay.
I guess the thing is, when it comes to the glazing, I don't see no disclaimers like that. And you're not just gonna talk to Mach-Hommy fans when you on these platforms. You're not just reaching out to Mach-Hommy fans. You're gonna see me, someone who isn't a Mach-Hommy fan, see your tweet, and I'm like, this isn't the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Like what you're saying is nothing new that I heard, especially when it comes to guys that like. It's been dudes that just be like, oh, Mach-Hommy, how he raps on a so-and-so mic. Like, they make fun of, like, the mic he raps on and, like, how it's...
Didn't I say like a USB? Arthur, I said the person mixing this album with Arthur and the headphones on the sides.
So, like, it's people that hate Mach-Hommy, bro, that just say, they just, you know, it's people that hate him. Especially because of the sound of, like, they really can't understand. But, you know what I say about those guys? They're uncultured swines.
Yeah, hey, I love bacon.
Hey, sometimes bro, you just gotta, you know, put your ear to it. You know what I'm saying? It's just really,
You just want my ear to bleed. That's all I hear. You just want me to cut my ear off.
No, I don't know. I never really had a problem with it, bro. Like,
but you're more tuned into sounds like this.
Yeah, I guess
for someone who is more mainstream like me, who I dabble in the underground, but it's not my thing.
It ain't your thing.
Yeah. It's like I'm familiar with a lot of underground acts, but I'm not going out to go listen to them.
But I'm really excited and happy that you actually tried it out. Because first you wasn't like...
And at least I have an actual opinion. A lot of people, oh, great.
Yeah.
What's the problem? No, nothing.
Yeah. See, I don't have no critiques really, bro. Like, I listen to this joint in the morning, I hop in the car. That joint played, bro. I'm telling you,
so
bro.
All you listen to is instrumental in the car?
Huh?
All you listen to is instrumental in the car?
I hear his vocals. What are you talking about?
Your sister
bro,
like
I play it, bro, and I hear everything.
Boy, be having the trouble all the way up.
No, even in my old car, bro, I played Mach and I played. My son even like Mach-Hommy, bro.
That's because he just hear the beat. That's it.
He do like beats though. Sometimes he be trying to, you know what song he do like, bro?
What?
I told you that Yeet song. My money big, my money talk.
So big.
Yeah, he loved that song.
Hey, guess what? You can hear Yeet on that. And guess what? Live production.
He also like a freaking Tommy Richmond's that $1 Million Baby song.
Hey, don't tell DJ Flex that.
Oh, bro, you saw Funk Flex? You saw that, bro? That was hilarious, bro. They said like, oh, Flex back.
Oh yeah, we're back.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't even hate the song. Yeah. But I'm here for the hater energy.
Oh yeah,
I'm always here for the hate.
Flex was hating, bro.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
But yeah, RichAXXHAITIan. I won't say it's a bad album. It's the worst one I heard last week, but it's not a bad album. Next album I listen to, Big Pokey's last album.
Hey, Big Pokey.
R.I.P. Yeah, his last album.
Yeah, right.
It's called Sensei. R.I.P. Big Pokey.
Yeah, R.I.P. bro.
Because I was going, I was listening to some Bun B albums, which I'll talk about the discography in a bit. And right after it, the Spotify recommendation thing played. And one song played. I'm like, I don't know this Big Pokey song. Yeah. And it was a red cover, and it was like, it had like the name of the album is called Sensei. Yeah. And it had this little vibe of like, the actual Sensei. I'm the Sensei. And to me, Big Pokey got that voice from rap. So I'm like, all right. It's like, I heard the beat. And I'm like, wait, this is modern production. I'm like, I gotta go check out this album.
R.I.P. Pokey, bro.
R.I.P. Big Pokey, man. Houston legend. I'm never gonna take that away from him. But I was just like, first half of the album, I'm like, all right, cool. I wish you would have stopped right there, though. Because I'm just like, he was on Meg Thee Stallion's album, too. I saw him featured on that.
Pokey was on Meg Thee Stallion album?
On her last album. So I'm going to listen to that discography after this week.
Yeah.
Sadly. But, wow. I heard the Big Pokey album. I was just like, the production's cool here and there. It's Big Pokey. If you like Big Pokey, bro. It's just one of those things where it's because I listened to the Lil Keke album this week too. Can't Rain Forever or whatever. We were talking about it right before the podcast. If you like these artists, then you're going to like it when they put out new music, especially over modern production.
Yeah.
And I'm not expecting a great album. I'm not expecting something to move the culture forward or anything like that. But it's just like, this feels like I've already heard it before. Yeah. It's cool, but it don't do anything for me. Yeah. I'm like, have I aged out of Houston music? Or is Houston music just stuck? Because I also wanted to bring this up. Is Travis Scott too good for Houston rappers?
What do you mean?
Who does he collaborate with from Houston like that?
You think it's... Oh, you saying him. Like he'd be like, "Yo, I'm not."
Yeah, he was like, "Yeah, I got an album coming out. I'm not putting none of them on that though."
No,
like at
like,
least with each of the Houston albums I listen to, they put a good amount of them on there. Like the revolving cast, like a Slim Thug, a Paul Wall, sometimes Chameleon back when.
Who have Travis Scott collaborated with from Houston?
The most I remember is what's his name, Big Tuck, but he's from Dallas, so.
He collaborated with Big Tuck, like
remember, not literally collaborated on a song. It was on Astroworld. Big Tuck, Frank Train 12, because he used the same sample. Just like Big Tuck using "Not a Stain on Me."
Yeah,
so I was like, okay, I like that because I'm in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? But that's the only artist from Houston that he's really like made a. I mean, not Houston, but Texas. That he's really like made a song with. Paul Wall and of Alfaro.
Oh, he did have Paul Wall and Alfaro.
That
mixtape sucked. Yeah,
and he sampled Zero on that album too. But besides that, it's like he really don't collaborate. It's not like
that would be cool if he put somebody on there.
But he don't be having no acts on there. He don't have no Meg Thee Stallion on there either.
I'm trying to think
of
like
Maxo Cream, no the Mexican OT.
Who would Travis match well with?
It's not even match well with. It's just who would you do a hook for? Because I don't think Travis is the guy to really rap with someone like that. Because even he said it in his old interviews back before he was like really big. He's like Houston culture isn't just cars and know stuff like that, candy paint and all that. So I feel like he kind of detached himself from a lot of Houston rappers and kind of more so associate himself with the Atlanta trap scene.
You gotta understand also that the era he came in is like our era. Mm-hmm. So probably when he was younger, Houston is a really big influence, especially the artists around for us, especially the people from that area.
You can hear that in rodeo.
Yeah, but when it comes to other people that influence them, like Kid Cudi's and stuff like that, the Kanye West.
Yeah, he was part of.
I feel like that'd be a bigger influence on him. So I think he just meshed those sounds all into one.
But I guess my thing is like.
And Atlanta was running things.
Oh yeah, true. But the thing is, like, he don't get nobody from Houston on his stuff. Yeah. He's never gotten Zero or anybody for a hook. And we know Travis is kind of like in his Kanye West bag of terms of like Astroworld and Utopia, curating and things like that. So
I think one day, it would be pretty cool if he bring one of them guys into the universe. Mm-hmm. Not even just using them as like them rapping, using them like how J. Cole used the Trade of Truth, like having like a. Do the monologue of the album, have a little monologue.
Shoot, J. Cole had a song, Bun B for President.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of people not from Houston give the Houston guys more respect than it seems that Travis Scott have, from my knowledge. Mm-hmm. I know he brought up Don Toliver. He's from Houston. Mm-hmm. He put him on,
but he don't have a Houston sound either, though.
Yeah.
I'm about saying,
even in his Donnie Womack, what was it called?
Donnie Womack. Yeah.
He was having his Houston influence in that.
Yeah, he had some of his influences in there. He mostly resembles Zero out of all that. Yeah. But it's only because of the whole singing thing. Yeah. That or Big Mo, if you want to go by that standard.
Yeah.
With the whole singing.
Dang, I just never really thought about that. The whole Travis Scott thing, not really collaborating.
Because my thing is, every time I'm on one of these albums, because like I said, I'm in my Houston bag kind of music listener right now. You're gonna hear every one of them on each of these albums, and so except for like them on a Trill Static, besides Paul Wall. But it's just one of those things where it's just like, dang, like none of these albums have Travis, and Travis has had none of them on his albums. Like I said, only Paul Wall on Alfaro.
So one guy, he didn't have him on the album, but I know that was affiliated with Travis Scott. He kind of be with him sometimes. Reggie. Oh. Reggie's a singer, but he never collaborated with him or nothing. But I know he was like on tour with him. I don't know if he was just like hanging around the entourage. I'm pretty sure, he got Houston people around him. Mm-hmm. But Reggie is a guy that sings, and he reps, Houston and whatever. Mm-hmm. That's one guy that I could think of. But like, I'm just, I know, I know what you're saying. But I'm trying to give him some type of grace. Like, do we care about the city? I'm pretty sure he does, but
yeah, but it's
just the OGs is not affiliated with him like that.
Yeah, and even with Trade of Truth, even though he still raps and he doesn't really rep Houston culture like he does in his raps now, in terms of like him like embodying the Houston sound like all these older rappers or these rappers that were in his class do. But
because Trey never when he was younger, but like when Trey rapped, it's like him and Zero was like in a different lane to me. Mm-hmm. Like they both like can rap. Also, and they made really good songs, and it wasn't all focused on, you know what I mean? So that's why I think Trade of Truth could branch out, and he have those people in other cities, other states that actually recognize him, like, they have respect for Trade of Truth, because he always this guy that speaks like, positivity and things like that. and then they jumped 0 a few years ago. That hurt.
I seen some people.
Bro, that broke my heart, bro.
F Trey.
Oh, yeah,
I saw that on Twitter this week.
but that broke my heart when I saw that, bro. I was like, nah.
Ain't they cousins for real?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, bro. Like, that broke my heart, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I grew up like them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. I guess my thing is like, so, you know, I've been trying to listen to the radio more. So now when we had these talks, I'm like, have you heard this on the radio?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I heard that on the radio. You broke that one. So I've been like, whenever I'm not listening to an album, I'm usually having the radio playing just to see what's on. And there's this one song with Mexican OT all the time.
Yeah.
And Paul Wall is on the song too. And I've seen him, Mexican OT and Paul Wall do like videos and stuff together, like, you know, hang out with each other. And so that's where, you know, that kind of made me question that too, because even Maxo Cream was on Lil Keke's album. And so, you know, Sauce Walk and all them, they're all cool with him and all that. So I'm like, why is Travis like the outlier in this situation?
Because I know he's really big, but like he wasn't tapped in and had that. Like with Mexican OT, you could look at him like he's a Houston cat. He gonna rock the Astros hat. He got the grill in his mouth. You know what I'm saying? The whole style. Same with Sauce Walker. He has his own little thing. But
no, you can tell they're Houston.
That's what I'm saying. You could tell, but I'm saying with Travis, you can't look at him and say he's from Houston.
Yeah, you can tell. I couldn't tell where he would be from.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but I don't know if it's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing to be like nationally, not nationally, but I guess you could say state-wise ambiguous.
Yeah.
But I guess my thing is like, there's nothing for me to be like, at least with other rappers, they can say certain things. I'm like, oh yeah, he's from Atlanta. He's from Atlanta. With Travis, I'm just like, you don't really rep the culture like that. Yeah. Or at least, you know, the state. Yeah. Because at least with Texas rappers, they gonna rep Texas.
Yeah.
Either Houston or all of Texas. Yeah. And it's like, you know, he might mention it, but he don't really rap it.
But like when you a rapper from Houston, you just know it. Like look at Riff Rap, bro. He from Houston, but you know it. Like you know how Riff Rap is, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. That's but I know Travis, he used to sample a little Houston stuff, you know. He does. He do that. I think that's his homage, is his sampling. Cause I don't think he like, man, I don't really.
He should have got Bun B to narrate his album.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm from the area. Like, if I was a rapper, them not the guys I'm gonna reach for to put in my music, to be honest with you.
But like, he got Big Tuck though.
But no, what he did was he made a dope song, he sampled it, and then he put that Texas thing in it, even though that's a what? That's
Beastie Boys.
That's Beastie, you know.
The Boutique
store. Yeah. So it's like Paul Boutique or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, it had a little bit of that there, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean?
But he also had a whole album called Astro World.
Yeah, that's his whole thing. And then then look what happened. He got in trouble in Houston with the whole Astro World. That fiasco was crazy.
If you would have had all the OGs there, they would have had that on lock. They would have had that happen.
Nah, bro, somebody was out there poking somebody with poison.
Pokey, all right.
It was crazy, bro. They were wild. And like, it's crazy how nobody talk about that no more, bro. That was a big thing. No, Travis Scott was like, his name was just in the
that's
dirt.
because everybody was like, oh, Utopia won't sell well because of all the bad publicity around that.
Bro, I swear, bro. Utopia was coming out. I didn't hear nobody talking about the Astro World Festival.
Not anymore. They buried that.
They're like, Utopia, we don't care what happened, bro. His new sneakers out. He's like, it's dropping more variants.
Didn't he have a meal with McDonald's too?
Yeah, that was another one? Because I know he did that one. I think he did one before the Astro World Festival.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. We just went on the scene. We go on the whole rant. So now, another clip. New Travis Scott rap Houston. I told you, me. Hey, so I'm just saying, man. Let us know in the comments if we wrong about the Travis Scott.
Yeah, because obviously, you know, we're going off the dome right now.
Yeah, for real.
And I'm going based off of what I listen to.
Yeah.
But since I did finish the albums I listened to from just artists that weren't in an actual discography, let's go to Bun B's, because we're going to talk about him later.
The legend.
My favorite rapper of all time, Bun B, Bernard Freeman, yes sir. Had to listen to his Trill album series with Trill, 2 Trill, Trill O.G, and then the Trill O.G Epilogue. It's just, you know, songs he had while he was doing Trill O.G.
I haven't listened to, like, I don't even think I listened to, what was the one after Trill O.G?
Trill O.G, the Epilogue?
No, the one after.
There's Trill, then 2 Trill, then Trill O.G.
Yeah, I don't think I listened to Trill O.G. I think 2 Trill was the last
That's his best album. Trill O.G is his best album.
For real?
I think he got like a 5-star, 5 mark. What's it, 5 mics?
5 mics? Yeah. In the source?
Yeah.
Dang, that's old.
Yeah, man.
The source, 5 mics?
But I mean, like,
did it mean anything, dude?
I mean, at the time, because I'm like, because what other Houston rapper has that?
What do you mean? Scarface got mad mics, man.
Oh. That's another one I forgot about.
Oh, yeah. It was like, but Scarface is another one that's like, he reps Houston, though.
Yeah, now. But I mean, when you first heard him, because of like the time he came out.
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to tell he's from Houston.
And it's so crazy that he's from Houston, but a lot of people everywhere get a lot of stuff from Scarface. Storytelling, like, bro, he sends Houston when it comes to his influence.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, he don't rep Houston as in like, oh, like I'm Houston all to the bone, like, you know.
But he do though.
Yeah, but I'm saying like he's not like I got this candy pink swisher on my.
Yeah. He's not doing that. That's a sub.
He's not doing the stereotypical.
You gotta think about that was a subculture of Houston.
Yeah, but that was like huge for Houston.
But you gotta think about it. I know it was because that when it came to the mainstream.
But also I'm talking about, remember Scarface came out with The Fix, and that was around that time too, I think.
The Fix, My Block was on The Fix.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Scarface was already Scarface at that time.
Yeah, but I'm still like,
he already cemented in the game. He don't need that because that was a subculture. He knew about it. He always repped Screw them. He talked about him. But like, I'm just trying, like, even like Master P and all them used to mention Screw back in the 90s, early 90s, before it blew up. So, like, it was a thing, but it was a subculture. You know what I'm saying? Like Bun B and Pimp C and them, like 3-6 Mafia and
Outkast?
Master P and them. I'm just saying they all knew about what was going on in Houston at the time. So. Like, especially the South, bro. They was all, bro. I'm telling you, bro. It's just a whole thing, bro. Just back then, bro. Like, I just remember it. Like, it was just crazy. It was so crazy. Anyways, what are you saying? Bun B?
Bun B, I listened to his album, trilogy, quadrilogy kind of thing happening right there. Obviously, his best album is still Trill O.G. I listened to all of them. I listened to Trill. To me, that was an album kind of like Gunna's Gift and the Curse, where it's like Bun B had something to prove because there was no Pimp C. He was in jail. Yeah. There was do we really want to take a chance on this guy on his own? Yeah. He had really great production for the time, too. Obviously, his rapping is going to be Bun B's rapping. Yeah. Whether you think he's lyrical or not, I think that he's really good at rapping overall in general. Then we get to Trill. That's the album that I came into Bun B with in terms of like my fandom. Yeah. And I love that album growing up. I went back to listen to it. I'm like, this is way too long. I mean, the first album was way too long too, but I'm just like.
You got to think about the era.
No, I get it. But I'm just like, that second album, To Trill, I'm like, that was my favorite album. I remember buying it on bootleg from the corner store from the barbershop. I'm just like.
Joint be having 18 tracks. Joint be like, hour 30.
Yeah. Look, 18 tracks now, like, that's about 40.
Yeah, facts, bro. Like, jeez.
And Bun B, he be having 3 to 4 verses. I'm like, woo. And then some songs, I'm just like, they kind of cringe.
It's like, you also think about that third verse. It's like, bro, you actually ran out of stuff to say. Like, you should just scrap it.
That's why when I be on Twitter, they be like, we need songs with 3 verses again. I'm like, no, we do not. No. I'm like, thank you.
That third verse is always filler. It's like, what's the point? like
you can replace that with a bridge if you want to. Facts. Get the guy that was singing at the hook.
Hey, just leave the instrumental at the end.
I'm cool with that. But yeah, I mean, he has Lupe Fiasco on To Trill. Yeah, you know, it's just a whole bunch of and this one.
That's the last one I listened to, I believe. Yeah.
Dang.
I think To Trill, not the OG. I think it was To Trill was the last.
Listen to Trill O.G. Trill O.G. got the best production. That's when Drake was first coming out, and he was kind of like. I
know songs off there though. I know songs.
Oh yeah, because he had like the Trillionaire song with T-Pain on there. He got Drake on there twice, and I love the songs with Drake on them. He has a DJ Premier produced song on there, and this is To Trill came out after Pimp C died. Yeah, and Trill O.G. kind of pays a good amount of homage to it. Yeah. But also, it's his ending of like, yo, this is it for the Trill series. Even though with a cool little pun on the name of Trill O.G. that he now kind of coins now. And then, we got Trill O.G. Epilogue, which is songs that didn't fit the album, but was being worked on around that time of the album. Has a song produced by Big Crit, with Big Crit featuring on it, which is great to see.
Extra.
See, this guy hates. This boy hates. Yeah, he has Boosie on that album. Yeah. It's just weird knowing that Pimp C found Boosie and Webby. Yeah, it's just so weird to think about that. But yeah,
I listen to Texas Louisiana connection is crazy. You know
GOAT. But the whole Trill series that Bun B has. I really appreciate it for what it was and what it did for his solo career to kind of cement him as a great artist on his own. Because obviously, it's like the big boy thing was like, can he really survive without Pimp C? Bun B, can he really survive without Pimp C? Yeah. He did it. Yeah. And so, yeah, that was really dope to see. My favorite artist, my favorite rapper of all time do that. So, yeah. But after that, we got the actual second discography that I got into.
What was that, B?
The main one on the docket. Doja Cat.
Hey.
I don't know how I stumbled into this. But I was like, you know what? We got to start talking about women's hip-hop a bit more. Hey. The women's section of hip-hop.
What you think about Kiss Me More? I love that song. Kiss Me More.
No, what was this?
Yeah, that.
I'm not going to lie to y'all.
That's a guilty pleasure.
I'm not going to lie to y'all. All them hits from TikTok, I hated them at first from TikTok. Hearing them on the album, though, it's kind of a little serotonin boost while I was hearing it on the album.
Kiss Me More fire, bro.
No, I'm not going to lie. Doja Cat, I was going into these albums thinking I was going to hear the worst music of my life.
Yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised.
Only album I know from her is her first album. With the
Amala,
pink, it's all pink or something like that.
Wait, Amala or Hot Pink? Because she has an album called Hot Pink.
Let me see it.
Is it this one or this one?
No, her first album. I think it's Hot Pink.
This is her first album.
Is it that
Amala? Because this is when she first got big. She had that Juicy song.
I think I know.
I like it juicy. Yeah. But this is the deluxe version, obviously.
Yeah. I remember her from Tumblr and stuff.
Yeah, and so I heard Amala first, and I was just like, "This is exactly what I expected."
Yeah.
I'm like, I knew I was gonna listen to this. This is a bad idea listening to this discography. I got the Hot Pink. I jammed one song. I'm like, okay. I jammed another song. I'm like, okay. One song came up with Smino. I'm like, yeah, I'm not really feeling it like that. Then another song came on. I'm like, oh, I'm jamming. I'm like, all right. I'm like, what Doja?
She all right, bro. She all right.
And it's weird because it's like, this is when we could talk about, is hip hop pop? This is pop.
Because she's pop.
This is pop, but she heavily uses hip hop and R&B elements so heavy to where it's synonymous with those.
That's what pop is. Pop uses things for a wide variety of audience, B. That's what I was trying to tell you.
No, see, and this is the thing I have with the Doja Cat discography. It sounds pop. Like, it's not like this is like a hip hop song that is a pop song. No, this sounds pop. This sounds like predominantly it's pop, just with hip hop and R&B elements on it. Mm-hmm. So it has a completely different sound from a song like a God's Plan, for example, where it's like we could say, yeah, it's a pop song, but these Doja Cat songs sound like pop songs. These sound like songs like I can hear Miley Cyrus.
Teeny boppers.
Yes. Whenever I listen to Doja Cat music, it sounds like I'm eating cotton candy.
Yeah.
I'm chewing pink bubble gum.
Yeah.
It's very soft, nothing really too introspective or deep like that. And so, I'm listening to the whole Doja Cat discography. I went from Hot Pink. I was like, all right, I didn't expect to like a Doja Cat album. Yeah. I want the Planet Her, the deluxe edition. So I'm like, all right, Doja, you got me with Hot Pink. Her Planet Her, that's the one with Kiss Me Now.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that as well.
Yeah.
But my main problem was this sounds like the last album. All this sounds the same.
Yeah.
But then I got the Scarlet B.
Yeah. That's a new album?
The Scarlet 2, the CLAUDE, whatever, is her newest one, the deluxe. Because it came out like a few months later.
Phenomenal.
This is one of the best female rap albums I've heard.
For real?
And it's not a pop album. B.
Yeah, she was
This
rapping?
is actually a rap album.
Yeah.
So that's what really threw me for a loop. Because I heard the first song, I'm like, okay, I heard this one on TikTok all the time. The first intro song, it's the one big TikTok song. I'm like, all right, I heard this. I'm going to go into this again, another pop album. Yeah. But I heard the second track. I'm like, oh, this got some hip hop bounce to it. I'm like, hold up. I'm like, what's happening here? Third track. I'm like, oh, she rapping again. I'm like, okay.
You know she a little brother fan, B.
Yeah, she likes Fonte a lot. She was quoting one of the verses that he has or something like that. I forgot what song it was. I think it was what's the song that's big off of Listening? I think it was that song, the one where he wasn't rhyming.
Oh yeah, the one I was telling you about. Yeah, and it's funny.
And so she's over here rapping. I'm like, Doja Cat. She's been rapping in the last albums, but on this album, because it's hip hop focused, I'm like, this is weird for me to say. This is one of the best female rap albums I've heard. And yes, she does the stereotypical things that girls do when, I'm rapping about my P word. My P word is so good. But she's also doing this thing where it's like, she has this bravado, but she doesn't have to show that she has the bravado. Right. Like, she doesn't have to sound overly masculine in order to show that she is confident in what she is saying. And so she has that high-pitched voice. She's rapping. She's talking her ish. And I'm like, I am really enjoying this right now. She had one song, I brought the dripping from my wet vagina. I'm like, I'm not supposed to like this lyrically, but I'm like, this is jamming. Like me, I can't relate to the lyrics, but it's jamming.
Hey, bro.
Doja Cat surprised me with this album.
I'm just saying, that's how women they listen to us. They listen to all these men and all that. They don't relate to that.
But B, that's different because they still like, oh, suck my D.
Nah,
ain't no man saying,
chill out. No, that's different, bro.
Like, we not saying that, bro.
Chill out.
We not saying that. So don't do that. That's not the same comparison, B.
If a man says,
what did Kevin Samuels just say? Put your D away. You got penis envy.
Bro, listen to somebody say that, bro. Like a man say, man, eat my...
I'm just saying, B. And Doja Cat,
that's a cold line.
But Doja Cat also has this thing where it's like, she is a man hater. You're like, oh, Negroes ain't ish,
Yeah.
the stereotypical woman thing. But she like, oh, I love men. So I'm just like, there's still that duality that I really enjoy from Doja Cat. And I'm not gonna say that she has the most introspective lyrics. I mean, it's still the surface level stuff, but she raps really, really well. And even though she's been rapping on all these albums, I really enjoyed it on Scarlet. I really jammed the production. I think I didn't like 2 or 3 songs off that album. Then I was like, all right, I gotta listen to the Deluxe now.
Yeah.
Deluxe is good with the Tizo and A$AP Rocky features. I'm like, Doja Cat got me.
Yeah.
She got me. Because at first I'm thinking, oh, this is about to be some girly music. This is about to be some extra feminine music. I honestly thought that only women and gay men was gonna jam this. I'm here now.
I'm just saying, man.
I'm here now. I'm a Doja Cat fan.
Doja got some stuff, bro.
Scarlet, that got me. Because that's a hip hop, that's a predominantly
I haven't listened to the album. I'm telling you, I haven't listened to an album from her since, I guess, Hot Pink and that first album.
Amala.
So I gotta actually, it's been a minute.
The Scarlet really surprised me because it was a hip hop. It's not a pop album. Yeah, they got some pop songs here and there.
Yeah, but
it was a hip hop album. And that's why I'm saying there's a difference between the hip hop and pop thing. Because all her previous albums sound like pop. This one sounds like hip hop.
But you said some pop songs there.
Yeah, because like the biggest song, like I'm gonna paint the town red, or ooh, she's a devil. Yeah, and that song, like that's the first song. And
so look, this is what I'm thinking. When I say I know I don't want to go off on this. Yeah. But when I think hip hop, when I say hip hop is pop, I'm meaning that it's pop now. Like, you know, you got hip hop songs that's widespread, that's to a bigger audience now. That's why I say hip hop is pop.
See, it's pop. Like I keep saying, I think of the sound of pop.
Yeah.
And so to me, the previous 2 albums, or Hot Pink and Planet Her, they have a pop sound.
This is what I want you to
it sounds like a pop, like a you party in the USA. Like I always go back to.
But one thing I was trying to, like, I don't know if I was actually articulated well, is just you gotta understand, like, it's different times that music changed. So if you go to pops in the 50s, it don't have that stereotypical pop you think it sounds like. So I'm trying to tell you, pop goes with what's hot.
No,
something they emulate
reflects society.
It emulates all that into one.
Yes,
and that's what I'm saying. That's how hip hop can be pop. R&B can be pop. Country music. If you hear country music now, from like the country music I remember my brother and them listening to and stuff. Like, I have a coworker that he bumps country music and it sounds like it's hip hop music, and it's country, and I'm like, it all is like, it's.
I guess my thing is like,
it sounds like hip hop, B, but it's a country.
But see, I guess my thing is like when we listen to a Thriller, and then we listen to a Dawn FM, you could clearly see the pop. You get what I'm saying? See that's why I'm saying sound, not like, oh, because it's popular, it's pop, like the sound. Like, I know those are the worst examples to use because those are 2 hugely insane biggest artists. But I'm saying sound-wise, if you listen to Dawn FM, you listen to Thriller, besides the last song, which, The Lady of My Life, that song jams. That's an R&B song. I don't care what no one says. Those 2 albums are pop. So you listen to that, those are pop. That's a pop song.
But on Thriller, you also have songs that's R&B songs.
Not much, though. A lot of them are pop.
But
Thriller is a pop song.
Yeah, that's pop, yeah. But
like that sound, and you listen to Dawn FM, what's that one song, the one that Quincy Jones intros in Dawn FM?
But you gotta also understand, like, when you hit a certain level and you have a big song, it can be big. It can be
I'm not saying it.
Like Michael Jackson was the king of pop.
I'm taking popularity out.
Yeah.
Because there's still pop artists that make pop music.
Yeah, we know that. But I'm just saying, when you're big and you make this type of music, it's gonna be huge. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Yes, we have people that want to be pop stars and make this type of high tempo songs and try to gravitate to the wide audience. That's what pop music is, trying to grab a lot of people.
But I think,
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
It's a pop music.
But it's a sound. I'm not saying there's no sound to it. This conversation makes your head hurt because we're saying I agree with you with the sound, but I also want you to understand that it's no difference right now between like hip hop could be pop. That's all I'm trying to tell you.
I guess the perfect example for me to say
you even said it. It reflects society.
But I think the perfect example for me to use that is a Doja Cat, where she heavily uses the elements. You can tell that these are heavily used elements, but it's not necessarily just hip hop. Yeah. It's not necessarily just pop. Like if I listen to a God's Plan, I know that's a hip hop song. Like I would know that.
Yeah. But
especially with them being black, you know, we're always going to be deemed either hip hop or R&B, which is why, you know, Tyler was mad that one year he won a Grammy. But you could just tell, like, this is hip hop.
Yeah.
Like, this is a hip hop song. I get it. It has the pop elements to make it big, like what it is. This is a hip hop song. We listen to a Doja Cat song. This is a pop song, but they got the hip hop elements in it. And they got the R&B elements. Like, it has the heavy bass drums that it uses from hip hop. It has the singing the melodic tones of an R&B
So when
song.
you hear All My Friends Are Dead, do you say this is a hip hop song?
Yes, from the way he's rapping in the verses. But the actual drum patterns and things like that make it hip hop. I think that's mostly my thing is when you hear like certain things that are hip hop, like certain drum patterns, things like that. Because you don't hear over bassy like pop songs. Doja Cat does that a lot in her music, but you could tell like the main focus of the song is pop. Like, it has the hip hop elements and the R&B elements, but the main focus is pop.
We gonna have to really do a deep dive on this. I'm actually gonna do some studying. I'm seriously. I think So Doja Cat, you loved her discography.
I'm a fan, man. I thought I was gonna hate this ish. I'm a fan.
Hey, bro.
Hey, that's why I never say, "Oh, I hate this artist," and I never try them out. There's people like that on the internet.
She was just wild when she shaved her head, got a little slimmer. Her booty wasn't like that no more. You know what I'm saying? What?
And she was doing the foot stuff,
Yeah,
and the Nazi
bro. And
stuff.
then the whole Nazi thing with the white boys in the chat rooms.
I don't really get on her for saying the F word about Tyler and Earl though.
What?
She said they make F word music or something like that, or they both F words.
She did?
Back then, you know, like early on, you know, that stuff resurfaced.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't give her slack for that.
Bro,
we were always saying some wild stuff back then.
Bro, most definitely.
That's not even that wild.
Yeah, facts. If they would have seen my Twitter back in 09.
If they would have seen me on the live chat on PSN.
Bro, wildin', bro.
Yeah, now she
bro, used to get us kicked out of Tiny Chat that time. It was bro, used to be wildin', bro, just making fun of people. Like, stop. But nah, bro. Man. That's dope. You make me want to listen to that new album.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Scarlet. And it's just going to be sucky when I go to these other albums and they just don't got the good writing.
Yeah.
They don't got the good song structure.
Yeah.
Because the thing with Doja Cat is the first thing that she puts is the song.
Yeah.
She makes sure the song sounds good.
Yeah.
The song is what matters. The strong structure matters. These other artists, these women,
yeah, I'm
so scared. Because I got to go through Lotto. I got to go through Meg. I got to go through Flo Milli. Maybe Cardi B.
People love... I listened to that Flo Milli, Lotto, and Megan Thee Stallion song. It was kind of... I like that
The Sunday Service remix?
Yeah, that beat kind of...
I heard the Sunday Service original, but I haven't heard the remix.
Flo Milli
I was supposed to hear the remix.
Flo Milli was kind of floating on that.
They said that she the remix queen now.
Bro, she was floating. She sounded good on the beat, too. I'm just saying she sounded good on the beat. Like,
I mean, I have no problem with Flo Milli.
Yeah.
Because I like her big song right now, the Never Lose Me one.
Yeah.
I like that one. Now, is there parts I can't relate to? Of course.
Yeah, but do that matter?
No, it don't.
It's hip-hop songs. There's so many hip-hop songs we can't relate to, B.
But also be pulling up, he be in the rain while I was head on my... And it's just blasting. I'm just like, look, I see another guy looking at me. I just got to look at the corner of my eye. He said he want to grab me. I'm an H word. I'm an S. Me in my head. Turn dude.
Why you don't let the window up?
Me is hard. Now it's summer. I gotta get that air.
No, it's so crazy how like we feel so uncomfortable listening to stuff like that, but we'll listen to somebody say, "I shoot a number up," and we won't do none of that stuff, but we feel so. Cool.
I can relate to that more than me right to his hand on my. I'm not.
And then be over. I'm like,
I'm just saying, certain things.
You can imagine yourself, you know, drawing down on somebody, but you can't imagine yourself bending over.
I'm not having no man's hand. My hair. See, I'm just saying.
Everything sounds wild. It does.
And then today, off that topic, because we're done with what we've been jamming. I heard Magic Stick because that randomly.